So for today's video, I'm going to show you how I cream, contour, and highlight, and then how I kind of set the cream, contour, and highlight as well. So I was never really a cream, contour, and highlight person, and then I kind of, over the last like 6 months, I would say I kind of discovered cream contouring, and I will say that it does look more natural, and it kind of just makes it look better than just putting a powder over your foundation. So yeah, I'm just going to show you what I have been doing recently to cream, contour, and highlight. So I have these Smashbox, what is this called? Step by Step Contour Stick. It comes with a bronze shade, which is definitely more of a warm tone. And then it comes with a highlight shade, which is more of like, kind of matches like your foundation, maybe a little bit lighter. And then it comes with a contour shade, and this is really cool tone, and at first I was a little bit afraid to use it, but once you blend it out, it looks so natural. I don't really use the bronze shade. I do kind of still stick to my powder bronzer. So those two shades that I use are the highlight shade and this cool tone contour shade. So I'm going to start with contouring. I know like when you see all like the Instagram videos and stuff, they do it all at once, but I find that it doesn't blend out as seamlessly when I do that, so I'm just going to do the contour first, and then I'm going to go in and highlight. Now, I don't do like a full face of contouring and highlighting like the Kim K look. I don't do that unless like I want to do like a special event or something, but just on a day-to-day basis, I kind of just keep it minimal. And actually what's really nice about if you buy the trio by Smashbox, like the 3 shades, is it comes with a sharpener, so I thought that was really cool. Okay, so I know mine isn't that sharp, but that's okay. So first I'm just going to contour, draw a line where my contour is. Now, my natural contour is about right here. I draw the line a little bit above that because I noticed that when I blend, it kind of moves down a little bit, the product does, so I kind of draw it right above where I actually want it to be. So I start right here at the top of my ear and I draw the line down. I kind of stop it in this region because I don't want to bring it too far forward. My forehead, I like to contour here and up here too. I have a really big forehead, so if you have a smaller forehead, you can either skip this step or just do like the top. If you contour up top right here, it's going to make it look shorter, and then if you contour here, it's going to make it look like skinnier this way. So I need all of it, so I'm just going to draw a line through the top and then 2 on the side, and then right here is where I would want to highlight. And then I also just bring it down my nose just a little bit. Sometimes I will contour a teeny tiny bit right here, not because I want my chin to stick out. It's pretty much just because there ends up being color all over here, and then to leave my chin out kind of makes it look a little bit off. And then sometimes I will bring it down my jaw. Then I take my foundation brush, and this is just the Morphe M439, and I buff it out that way. How I do my cheek contour, instead of just like using the big part of the brush and buffing it out that way, I use the side of it just to make sure that I don't get any of the product down lower this way. I want to keep it here and above. That's how you get like that really contoured look. See how nicely that blended out? Now you can always leave it like this, like that looks so natural, just, you know, doing it with the cream contour. And just if I just wanted to, you know, wear minimal makeup and just like kind of look effortless, I would leave it like that. Another thing that I do is I kind of bring the contour up this way and blend it into the hairline here. That also is going to make it look more natural, just so it doesn't look like it stops right here. It kind of blends in with your skin. And then kind of similar to my cheeks, when I blend out my nose contour, I still use the same foundation brush. and I just kind of use the sides of it. Then with the forehead, I kind of just blend it out, but I just try to avoid the center of my face. And then I just make sure to blend it up into the hairline, because again, that's just going to make it look more natural. Okay, so next I'm going to highlight. So I just take the highlight shade and I like to go right down the center of my nose. And I try to get it as straight as possible. And then I bring it up and do a little fan on my forehead, right in the middle. And then I don't usually bring it underneath my eyes because I do my like glowy highlight on this part of my face, and then I already do concealer, so I don't really put anything here. I just feel like it's too much for me to put concealer and then like a highlight. I will go right underneath that contour and kind of draw a line down. And I know you're not supposed to mix creams and powders, but after I do my powders, I do kind of go back in with this and clean up underneath just a little bit. I just find that that works for me. I don't find that it makes my foundation or anything look cakey. So hate me if you want, but that's just what I do. And then I will go in with my beauty sponge because I don't want to go in with my foundation brush that has the bronzer shade on it. And I kind of just blend that out. This sponge is actually from Morphe. It's not even a beauty blender, but I will say that this Morphe sponge beats the beauty blender by like 1,000%. Like these, I mean, these are like $7, and the beauty blender is like $20, and this, I think this works so much better. And I love that it has this flat edge right here because you can kind of carve out your contour with it, and you can really get the edge of your nose, like your nose contour. I go in with that side and I kind of just blend that out, and I try not to mess up the line at all, and sometimes I'll kind of go in with my finger too. I feel like that's how you get like a really straight nose. And then same thing with this. See how doing that just really sharpens up the contour. Then the last thing that I do for my cream highlight is I go in with the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Sunlight. And this is the more bronze one. I really like this one. I have the light one too, but this one has been my favorite currently. And I just take a couple drops of that on my beauty sponge, and I kind of just go right on the tops of my cheekbones. I go in with my powders. So for bronzer, what I've been doing recently, instead of just a contour shade, I've been bronzing because your girl's pale, and I've been like going back in with a little bit of a cool tone contour shade. And I've kind of noticed I haven't really been needing blush lately, so I've kind of just been doing that and skipping blush. So I'm going in with this Urban Decay Beached Bronzer. I think the color is called Sun Kissed. It is kind of like a warm tone. It is a very warm tone bronzer, so you don't really want to use this to contour. And then I use a Morphe M523 brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and dip that in, and then I'm going to put it like where the contours would be, but I'm also just going to bronze with it. So if I was going to contour, I would just leave it in this area, but I'm kind of bronzing this whole area up just to warm up the skin. And then I go over my forehead as well, again, avoiding that center area. And then I go in with my Becca Shadow and Light Bronze Contour Perfector, and this actually broke, so I can't even show you. It's like all in pieces in here. So I just take the very little bit. It's just like a cool tone contour shade. It actually matches the cream contour shade perfectly. So I just take that with the same brush, and I kind of go right in the hollows of the cheekbones just to deepen up that contour a little bit. And just see how like dimensional that looks, and it kind of like just the cream looked good, but this just kind of takes it up a notch, but it also looks natural. It just like kind of melts into the skin, and there's like a fade from like the bronzer going up. So that's kind of the reason why I've been using the two bronzers lately. I just feel like it looks more natural, and it kind of gives you more of like that faded contour look. Then just to set the highlight shade, I'm going to use the Nicole Guerrero and Anastasia Glow Kit, and this is so beaten up. The only thing that I don't like about these shades is just the amount of fallout in the palette. So I'm just going to go in with the shade Glow Getter and 143. I'm going to mix these two shades right there, and I'm just going to take a very little bit since we already did highlight, and I'm just going to kind of put it over just the top of the cheekbone. And then whatever is left over on the brush, I am going to go a little bit over my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, above the eyebrow. And then what I've been doing recently is I've just been highlighting like right here, like the bridge of the nose going into the top of the eyebrow. So you're probably thinking that it probably takes me like hours to do my makeup in the morning, but that routine that I just showed you right there, with my foundation and concealer added on to that probably takes me like 10 minutes in the morning. So I really think that once you get it down pat, once you know what products that you're going to use, it really doesn't take that long. So yeah, I think it's worth a try. Maybe try it on a day where you have a little bit of extra time just in case it does take you a little bit longer. But I really, just adding on that cream contour, I just think it takes an extra like couple minutes. And it really makes a big difference in my opinion. So that's just what I've been doing for my cream contour and highlight routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.